For question 9, we're asked to find both the area and perimeter of this. Um, and there's just so many different ways we could approach this problem. Let me grab this pen, this blue pen, and make it a little bit wider. So one of the things I could do is I could look at, for example, some little rectangles and piece them together. So this rectangle is easy to find the area of. It's 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 3 by 6. So this is has an area of 18, right? 3. What is it? 7 minus 1 is 6. Yeah, that has an area of 18. Another thing that we could do, I suppose I could look at this rectangle, this rectangle. That rectangle is 2 by, is it 2 by 8? See, this is 9 and it goes to 1. 9 minus 1 is 8. This is 8 by 2. 2 times 8 is 16, so I've got that area. So if I'm keeping track at home, I've got 18 plus 16. Another thing that I have, I might just include these two. Right? 1 times 2 is 2 plus 2. And then I have these little triangles, right? And in fact, if I look at it, this triangle has a base of 3 and a height of 4. This triangle also has a base of 3 and a height of 4. So one of the things I could do is I could visualize taking this piece and just putting it over here to make a perfect rectangle. If I did that, that is 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4. Like if you look at it, it's 13 minus 9, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 9 minus 13 minus 9 is 4. So this is 4 times 3, which is 12. We already got these two. And the other thing that I've got is this little bitty triangle right here. And this angle, I guess you could say it has a base of 1 and a height of 2. So it is 1 half of 1 times 2. Is it? 1 half of 1 times 2. Well, 1 times 2 is 2, and half of that is 1. Okay, so I got the 12, the 2 plus the 12 plus 1 more. So I think I got all the pieces. I'm going to add these up, and then I might probably double check it again. So let's go ahead and add these up by turning on the calculator. Well, it's 18 and 2 is 20. This is 36. Um, 48, 49 is what I get. So 18 plus 16 plus 2 plus 12 plus 1 looks like the number 49. So 49. Let's just, I don't know why I'm worried about this. 3 times 6 is 18, check. 2 times 8 is 16, check. 3 times 4 is 12, and that's both this shaded region here, but it also includes this one because I moved it. Plus the 2 and then plus the 1. So the area is 49, and they're not specified what they are. I don't know if they're inches or whatever, so I'm just going to put units to the second power. So there's my area. I'm not going to write it down over in the other box. I'm just going to write it's 49 units squared. Now we speak of the perimeter. And the perimeter, many of these pieces on the perimeter are very straightforward, right? They're just horizontal or vertical lines, so that's not incredibly difficult. You can see here I'm at 9 and I go all the way down to 1. 9 minus 1 means that this piece is 8 units long. C looks like X is at 7, it goes down to 1, so this is 6 units long, this is 3 units long. I'm going from 13 minus 7 should be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is 6 units long. This is 2 units long. So the only thing that I have that I can't just look because they're not vertical or horizontal are these pieces, and I'll just highlight them in red. I've got this piece and this piece, and then there's this little one right here. So I need to calculate the area of those. Two of them are very straightforward, right? If I look at this, this is 3, this is 4. So this is a Pythagorean triple, right? This is a 3, 4, 5. So I've got 3 squared plus 4 squared is 9 plus 16 is 25. So the length of this segment, right, is the square root of that 25, which is the number 5. Okay. And this actually ends up the same, right? It's also a 3 by 4. So this also has a length of 5. So I've got another 5 in my perimeter. The only one that's not accounted for is this one from K to I. And you can see this is 1 and this is 2. So if I did this, I could say 1 squared plus 2 squared. That would be 1 plus 4. So we are looking here, the length of that segment should be the square root of 5. So part of my perimeter is a root 5. Okay, so let's put these together, I suppose. I can see a 6 and a 6, so I'm just going to grab those and write that as a 12. These two are accounted for. Also, I'll grab the 8 and 2, which makes a very nice number 10. And then I've got another 10, right? I've got a 5 and a 5, which is a 10. And let's not forget this little number 3 right there. There's a 3. And the other thing that I have is this square root of 5. So if I look at this part, right, 2 and 3 is a 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. And 1 is a 35. So I've got a perimeter of 35 plus the square root of 5. And I don't know what the units are, so I'm just going to say 35 plus root 5 units. And if that really bothers me, I can grab my calculator and look at 35 plus the square root of 5. And it tells me that's about 37.23. So I could also write it as 37 point, maybe 24 units. Okay, so this, either one of those is an acceptable way to write the perimeter of this polygon. So there it is, everything together, right? The area is 49 square units and the perimeter is 35 plus root 5 units, or 37.24.